Hello, welcome to my talk on using Socrative's space race to engage and assess statistics students. My name is Laura Taylor. In this video, I will introduce you to Socrative and launching immediate assessments, briefly tell you how I used it during my virtual semester, and then give more information about space races. I will conclude with some remarks. So to get started, go to www.socrative.com. Socrative offers free online tools for on-the-fly assessment. So you ask a question in class, you immediately launch the assessment, and you immediately see students' responses in real time. Students do not need an account to work with Socrative. They just have to go to the website and enter in your classroom's name. They can be anonymous through Socrative, or you can require that they include their names. Instructors do need an account, and in particular, you need to set up a classroom. If you're watching this video during my hours for my talk, you can go to Socrative.com and join my room, and you can take a small quiz that I wrote to help illustrate some of the features of Socrative. As an instructor, this is the launch screen you'll see when you log into Socrative. In particular, you'll see the name of your room. Here, my room's name is Elon Stats. I administer all of my classes from the same room and have had no issues with it. The room name is similar to a key in Kahoots if you're familiar with it. However, students just need to enter this room to participate in any assessment that you launch. The launch screen will also tell you how many students are in your room. There are a variety of menu options to choose from. In particular, you'll click on quizzes to create quizzes, rooms to create rooms, and reports to see the output of student responses to your assessments. One of the main features of Socrative is being able to quick launch multiple choice, true, false, and short answer questions. These are immediately displayed on the student screen. They select their answers, and on your screen, you will see the results in real time. Now, during the semester of virtual teaching, I used these features extensively anytime I provided live instruction. In particular, I evolved to just leaving a short answer open at all time, set to anonymous with unlimited responses. Through this, my students communicated with me. They preferred to ask their questions in an anonymous format where other students didn't know that they were the ones asking the questions. I would also ask students to do things like interpret p-values and confidence intervals, display those results to the class, and we would critique them in real time. This was an important way that I kept communication open and engaged my students during our virtual semester. For today's talk, I plan to give more information about space races, one of my favorite tools when we were live in class this semester. Quick questions require no setup in advance, but all of the items across the top, quiz, space race, and exit ticket, do require that you set them up in advance of class time. So space race is really fancy for quiz. The race part comes from the fact that teams are trying to answer questions before other students in their class, though I do allow enough time for all teams to complete all the questions. So to do a space race, you must first have created a quiz. I'll talk you through that in a moment. Some of my favorite features about a space race are the fact that I can randomly assign students to teams. In fact, Socrative will do that for me. So students are forced to interact with new students each class and get to know each other. Students also complete the quizzes in teams, and this means that students have to discuss and come to a consensus. So they're talking about course material during class. Additionally, it is a race, it's not exactly timed, and a scoreboard shows teams' progress. I find that these features keep students engaged and involved in the assessment, and they pay attention. This is great for reviewing material at the beginning of class. And I love doing this at the beginning of class because it gets them excited and it gets them talking and it sets the tone for engagement for that day's class. So to get started, you'll need to click on the quizzes menu, select the option Add Quiz, give your quiz a name, and then add multiple choice, true, false, and short answer questions to your quiz. I use short answer questions for calculations, and in addition, I can show them output from computer software and ask them which value in the output is the test statistic or the p-value. I've had to be a little sneaky in terms of asking them to draw pictures of p-values through Socrative, but the way I've done that is I create a picture that has a grid of 4 pictures labeled A, B, C, and D, and then I create a multiple choice question where all they do is select A, B, C, or D to tell me which one is the correct p-value for the picture. Once you've created your quiz, go back to the launch page and select Space Race. Then select the quiz that you just created. Here you can see some other quizzes that I've created for my classes this semester. Here are the settings that you'll select for your space race. Not all of these are available in the free version, but one of my favorites is the auto-assign feature, where students are randomly assigned to teams, and you select the number of teams. So for 30 students, I would probably select 10 teams, and 3 students will be assigned to each team. You can also do student choice, where students select their teammates. Select any of the other options you would like to use and press Start. This is what you'll see on your screen. And what every student will see is the first question and a team color. Here the team colors are blue and magenta. What they first need to do is find all of their teammates. So to encourage them to not begin the quiz without their teammates, I usually make the first question a short answer with a password, and only I know the password, and I only give it out once all students have found their teammates. Once they've found their teammates and I've revealed the password for the first question, students then begin answering questions in team. Only one person from the team needs to submit the answer. We will see their rockets blast off into space and go across the screen as they complete the questions. Once everyone has completed the space race, you'll then be given the information about how each team did individually, and you'll know which questions might need additional attention. So in conclusion, Socrative is a free tool that is very easy to use and implement. I learned it over spring break last year and started using it the Monday that I went back to classes with no problems. Instructors do need to get an account and set up a room, but students only need to go to the web address and enter your classroom. Students can submit answers anonymously, and during class time it can be used synchronously or asynchronously. It provides real-time assessment with no prior questions set up, with the exception of space races, quizzes, and exit tickets. And you can provide engaging activities such as the space race that allow students to work in team-based assignments during class. To get started, go to www.socrative.com and create an account. Thank you for watching my presentation. Here's my contact information and information about how you can try out a Socrative quiz today.